As I said last time, I found the major trick for beating Donkey Kong Country is once you get the Funky Kong, redo level 1 over and over to be able to farm some extra lives. Once you get to probably about like 20, 25, you're good to go, I think, until you get to the next candy or funky point. So, let's beat the boss of this area and go on to the next world. I figured he had to change up the pattern eventually, so 2 big jumps. 1, 2, 3, probably 4 now. There we go. And now we got the giant banana. Alright, Creme Croc Industries. I was mentioning what my favorite music of the game is. I think it is this level right here, Oil Drum Alley. You can just feel the intensity. Huh. I didn't know there was a rope here. That's interesting. Can't really go that way. So what is the rope for? Oh well. Does it move? No. Aha! That's the trick. So you blow out the oil drum, and you can go down. I saw the bananas, so I figured there had to be a trick of some kind. Woo! Well, at least I get an extra life. Probably do that multiple times, I wager. Bonk. Jumping on the bad guys is just so much fun in this game. It's annoying you don't get awarded any points for it, but, well, it's the sound effects. Could probably do that all in one go, but I'd like to be sure with such things. Now, what do I want to save the dynamite for? That didn't hit at all. Ow. Missed my footing. Come on. Oh. Alright. There's the tire. I need that to retire, you know? Is that going to be enough? Darn. Well, at least I got the bunch of bananas, but I can't help thinking there is a 1-up that you need that tire for. Just because this may be my favorite music in the game doesn't mean that I am an expert at this level. This is definitely where the game starts getting hard. But at least on the bright side, you know that little secret. You could just continually get 1-ups. In fact, I'm gonna get a 2-up. If I can. Come on! Ah! There it is. Got him. I guess maybe I'm going a little too quick for it. And I guess that's another way to do it. Oh! Just can't seem to get the timing right. Like I said, this is where the game starts getting hard, so that's why you get all those extra lives. And besides, for this first little bit, just keep going and going and going. As long as you get that extra little Darn it! Well, I'm trying to remember where exactly. Maybe it was Confucius, or I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in Eastern philosophy. It's just like, progress is progress. Even if your first step forward, you fall flat on your face. You still have moved forward from where you started. that's the philosophy I want to take away right here. Come on! See if I can get some more bananas. Yeah! That's very good. Alright. Just gotta be a little more cautious on the timing. That's the main thing. Probably do that all in one go, but, well, it seems like whenever I do try that, bad things happen. Yeah! This should be a barrel of laughs. Alright, tire! That's how you do it. Gotta make sure it gets through the oil drum. And again. Aha, there it is. Halfway there. So I can't go for that little trick like before, but whatever. I wonder if there's a rope of some kind. Probably jump on the oil bin. There it is. It'd probably be a DK barrel otherwise, I'm guessing. Usually they come in two, so I was just like, where's the other one? Oh! Somehow I knew it was going to change direction. Okay. No pattern to recognize yet. Just gonna run for it. Alas. No, come on. Darn. Okay, so it's just on and off, right? No! This is always one of the issues I have with certain Super Nintendo games, is why do they have to put this stuff in the way? Woo! That was close. Wait for the fire to hold on, and then you jump. Woo! Okay, almost there. Wait for it to hold, and jump. This just has the same soul as, like, Dark Queen's Tower. Maybe you need both of them. I could have sworn they were going to throw some at the end there. We usually do. Oil Drum Alley. Trick, track, track. Try saying that 5 times fast. Alright. Well, the last level was annoying, but fun. I feel like this level is more annoying. Then again, at least it's not as bad as the one where you have to continually get fuel. But, well, we'll get to that all in good time. There we go. That's kind of fascinating when you think about the other Donkey Kong Country games, so... I feel like the second game, the main theme they're going for is like a fun pirate sort of motif. Ow. Hey, when they slow it down like that, it throws off the pattern. The third one's definitely a summer camp. But, what is the first one? Personally, I feel like it's almost kind of a environmentalist message. The idea that, like, this big evil corporation is coming into this untapped jungle to rob its potentials. Oh god, I was worried that car was just gonna fall over to the edge. Because after all, notice that, like, these last few levels are all very industrial. In fact, Croc Industries. In fact, you're fighting the Kremlings the whole time. And again, that's my read on it. Be curious to hear your take. Thankfully, I got Donkey Kong, because if I had Diddy there, I wouldn't have been able to stomp on him. Okay. I was about to say, I know one of them likes to fake you out. No! Move! There's another DK barrel. Ow! That's the one I need to go underneath. Well, I got halfway at least. I think I can make it to the candy save point before I run out of lives. But we shall see. Dang it, I want Donkey Kong. Give me Donkey Kong! Select! Whatever. Guess I'll just have to figure out how to do it without Donkey Kong. Come on, Donkey Kong! I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Woo! Just have to jump over him. So the next big guy is a faker, a phony, a base, deceitful. If anybody gets that reference. If you do, then well, you got a pretty good taste of movies, I would say. Woo! Got the cone. And now they're slowing things down. Watch out for the bees. Oh no, not the bees. And he just kind of sticks around for a while, if I remember. Yep. It's almost like he's jammed on the animation. Okay, good. I'm just like, please, don't fall down. Oh, don't need to jump on. Pretty good. Elevator antics. Oh no. Well, at least I could get the K. Bonk. Oh, yeah. Did I mention that this is the section where the game really starts to get difficult? I mean, I get the feeling that there's a good chunk of players that probably would have given up after the minecart section. That is child's play compared to these levels, as you will find out. Could have sworn there was going to be a bee buzzing around there. Not worth it. There we go. Go down. No! Gonna go right in the middle. Thread the needle, as I used to say all the time playing Celeste. Oh, wow. Excellent. I hear you. Where are you? I want to help you, Donkey. There he is. No! Woo! I didn't think I was gonna make it there. It's kind of like when playing GoldenEye, there's like that one moment where the guard can like hear you moving your finger to the Z button and then reacts before you're able to shoot him. Well, what the? Did I like glitch something? Was there a cannon that went off? The heck? That's how you do it. When you get Diddy, you gotta roll. You get to roll with the punches. Go with the flow. Whee! Woo! I feel like I'm a really big jazz fan right now, the way I just keep going like, woo! Either that or if anybody knows who Ric Flair is. Dang it. Okay. Well, there it worked. That's interesting. It's just so much easier. I was about to say, as soon as I stomp him, I'm gonna lose the bin, aren't I? Go too far. That's how you do it. Play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working. It's always tricky, is just trying to figure out where the edge of the screen is. Just gotta watch for the pattern and go! KG. I feel like there's gotta be something that has that acronym. Come on! Leap of faith. It appears my faith was misplaced. Feels like I'm impersonating the sheaf from Casino Royale. It's just like, do you believe in the Almighty? No, I believe in a reasonable interest rate. Watch out for the bees. Oh, come on, I ducked! Oh, this is gonna be very difficult, isn't it? I guess I got past the part where the two heavies were blocking the way. Go! Now! Woo! Oh! Just gotta get the pattern. Get me out of here! Oh, that wasn't as... Wow, I got the candy save point already? Maybe it's just because I know this game more than I remember, but I remember that being a lot more difficult. And again, I probably use about 15 lives just on that first level. Of course I want to save. Why wouldn't I want to save? Okay. Poison pot. It was only really in this level. I always find it weird because I obviously played all the other underwater levels, but this is the only one where I was just like, huh, this music actually makes me feel something. Maybe it's because of the environmental message. The idea that this once pristine place has been completely polluted by big business. I get the feeling there's a secret. Bananas! I don't want bananas, I want unguarded. I'm talking about the environmental message and whatnot. Reminds me of one of the ending conflicts. Ah! Hey, looked like there was a little something there. Reminds me of one of the ending conflicts of Amphibia. If you haven't seen Amphibia, and you're like continual series made by Disney, especially if you're a fan of Gravity Falls, I highly recommend it as... Well, if I remember correctly, Matt Braley was... He was the one that created Amphibia, was one of the head writers for Gravity Falls, so there's kind of that DNA between the two. But even more so than that... Darn. There's like what am I trying to say? Maybe I should just go back to my original point, so... That was one of the things was... One of the characters was tasked with keeping the air pure and the kingdom good for future generations and whatnot. And slowly, she just had to see her kingdom just fall to rubble at the hands of big business making an army to invade another world. But Which, yeah, now that I say it upon retrospect, it's pretty epic to think that's a storyline of a quote-unquote kid show. But then again, I kind of hate that term because I feel like whenever people use the term kid show, especially in this day and age, it's just kind of like, oh, this is just something you shove on the iPad to get your kid to shut up for 20 minutes while you make dinner. But then again, there have been a lot of other quote-unquote kid shows that have actually put in a fair bit of effort. And I hate to be able to lump those shows in with Cocomelon, I'm trying to think about what other brain rot there is for young kids these days. Probably anything that's artificially generated. But then again, I guess it's like the idea of how people like the older movies that Disney put out. It's the idea that they were all rated G, but that wasn't... It just meant that the entire family could watch it rather than it was explicitly for kids, so there was no, like... You didn't have to pander specifically to kids. You could have adults watch it as well, but they wouldn't feel infantilized. I feel like I didn't say that word. Huh. I thought the K I collected would have already been with me. Woo! I gotta watch out for those squids. There we go. I'm halfway. But I'm trying to think. Quote-unquote kid shows that actually were pretty deep. Well, first thing I automatically think of is a lot of anime, in all honesty. People say Sailor Moon is a bit of a kid's show, but yet I'd imagine there's quite a few people out there that's just like, what? That's way too violent for kids. What are you teaching them? Oh, right, you don't actually have to press a button to swim with On Guard, you just use the arrow buttons. I think it's just the idea that, like... I'm trying to figure out how I can say it in such a way that, like... What did these shows do that the standard quote-unquote kids show doesn't do? I think the main thing is they don't really talk down to the audience. Or if they do, it's in a way to try to explain more intense concepts. Take, like, Avatar: The Last Airbender. No, come back! Where did that wheel come from? Yes! It's on! Like Donkey Kong. But the main thing, it's kind of the idea of, like, in Avatar: The Last Airbender, they talk down to the audience to explain more complex concepts. Eastern philosophy, such things that would definitely not be familiar to a Western audience. But yet it's taught in a way where it's not like a kindergarten teacher going, okay kids, now this is what we're learning today. It's a bit more like some guy that's like, yeah, so I know this, and I'm gonna teach you how this works. Oh! Okay. Just gotta find my little barrier. Yeah! No! Duty fish! Darn, could have actually gotten all the letters this time. Oh no! Get me out of this place. Whew. Here's where they're gonna throw more fish at me. What in the world to... Well, let's see. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Bet you thought this was 64 bits, eh? I've got more gameplay in my little finger than you've got in this whole game. You know what they say, all graphics and no gameplay. 32 meg? That would be more than 30 games in my day. And they'd be great games too. Back in my day, we used to have real games. Real gameplay. You know what's even worse? When you get to the end, and then have to start again. A leap of faith is all it takes to find Winky in Barrel Cannon Canyon. Find Candy and she can save your game for you. Don't come back now. Here? That's gotta be a reference to the Beverly Hillbillies. And why in the world would I want to come back? He keeps beating me in the head with each passing word. Minecart madness. It's madness. Alright, so if you thought the original minecart stage was difficult, this is that on steroids. Instead of the whole cart jumping with you, you jump. Oh no! Yeah! Now is this a secret or is this the way you have to go? Oh, come on. Probably could have just stayed in the cart, actually. And here I thought the cart followed you. But you got followed the cart. Wait, what the... Did I go on a different path or something? I don't remember seeing the ad earlier. Oh, I get it. It's because that first jump is what killed me. Woo! And here I thought they started throwing some carts where you had to like dodge some of the kremlings. No! I didn't need that much! Let's try this again. At least I'm able to get that first jump. I bet if I went on the upper path, I probably wouldn't have to worry about these bees so much. Probably hear the concentration on the other side of the TV right now, can't you? I do like the idea that they try to help you out by giving you the bananas to be like, hey, go this way. It's kind of like what I was saying with kids shows. It's not really talking down to the player, but it is telling them how to proceed. Blackout basement. Oh yeah. You could probably see just about everything on the other side with how dark this level gets. No! I was hoping you could at least see the eyes of things. I'm thinking there was a level in Ninja Gaiden 2 that was pretty similar to this. Okay, that was where that platform is going to fall down. I was about to say, where's the Kremlings? Ooh! Oh, but the barrel is the one thing that stays lighted. It's kind of nice. Now, what did I get? Oh! There we go. Does the heavy guy come back? now. Yeah, that was a risk. I don't know if I just had like a really good memory, but I could swear I almost see the platform in the dark. Like a lot of people talk about having aphantasia. I think I have the opposite. Where instead of like, can you not see the apple? I'm just like, oh, I could see it to the point where I could like take a bite out of it and taste it. In fact, if I really think about it, I can even imagine the scent of the apple. Uh-oh. I was about to say, I hear the orangutan. Oh, I missed the ad. I wonder if there's a Randy in this stage. Or maybe there's like an explosive barrel of some kind. Why am I going back? I should probably just finish the level. There's probably a major secret in there, but whatever. Alright, before we go for the boss Dum Drum, I'm going to save. Just to be safe, of course. Better to be saved than to be sorry. You guys really came a long way. Why don't you save while you got the chance? That's exactly my mentality, Candy. That is exactly my mentality. Okay. Boss Dum Drum. See if I can remember how this works. Now we smash this twice. And snakes, right? 1, 2, a 3. Now what's next? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what are you gonna drop at me? How am I still stuck as Diddy? 2, 3, 4, 5. Not the armadillos. I hate the armadillos. There we go. Thankfully the boss ends up killing itself. Yeah. Chimp Cavern. If I remember correctly, this is basically the last level of the game. Tanked up trouble. Okay. Yes. I hate this level. Probably not as much as the snow level where you have to blast through all those barrels, but this one is both difficult and annoying. Like, I could put up with a level being difficult, but if it's difficult and annoying, well then, I'm annoyed. I think the biggest problem I always have with levels like this is you can't go any faster, like, you're stuck at going just the right speed. So that's how you get the oh. And be careful, because if you stay off the platform for too long, it will just fall off. Oh no! That's why I got all the lives. You know, it's kind of fascinating seeing the DNA of other rare games in this. As this reminds me a lot of the Western mining level that's in Banjo-Tooie. The idea of like a very dimly lit mine shaft. Which, hey, I'm pretty sure probably the people that worked on some of these games later went on to make Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, and probably even Donkey Kong Country 64. Did I say Donkey Kong Country 64? Just I think it's just called Donkey Kong 64. It's one of those games where, like, I would like to play Donkey Kong 64, but at the same time, it's very intimidating. Come on! It's just out of reach! Hope I can just... Okay, you can't just walk it. Good. Okay. And if you look closely on the fuel barrels, there's like a number of dots. That's how many things it gets refueled. Now this time you need the tire to get the fuel. Oh no! Could have sworn that was some sort of bonus. No! Woo! No! 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 Sounded a bit like Hopper being eaten by the robin at the end of Bug's Life. Oh no! 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 Either that or Nicolas Cage wearing a head full of bees. No, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! I'm not really sure if that slapping does anything, but it makes me feel good to do that during the slow moments. Oh! It's like a weird sway effect on this platform. This is why you go back for the extra lives. Give me the DK. It's a combination of I've run out of stuff to say, but well, this is definitely one of those things where it's like, you need to get serious. You gotta get in that zone to take care of this section of the game. There we go. The N is not worth it. And neither is going into the camp when you can just pick up the banana. Oh, come on! Did that count? Good. Don't know what happened there. Well, I'm sure it's towards the end, because once it starts getting to that oneers, I do remember that for the last one. You just barely have enough fuel, and then you just have to jump. They're very naughty. Yeah, good. Didn't lose anything after all. I want the end this time. Yeah, that's how you do it. You play the guitar and the MTV. Get off the... Oh! I think I wanted that. blast off to the end? Okay, so if you ride it to the end, then you can get the G. But I don't care that much. Well, that was only half as bad as I thought it would be. Manic Mincers. Is that what these little spike balls are called? Little spike wheels thingies. It would make sense that it would make minced meat. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Darn it. Getting close to that extra life. I want it. You said you got something to give. I want it. I kinda like it when you call me wonderful. And I shouldn't go too crazy. Don't know if my voice is so close that it's gonna cause some sort of copyright issues. But it's kind of interesting that the few modern songs out there I like because they sound like they're from a different time period. Oh. Ooh! What do we got? Alright, give me the bananas. Yeah, give me the extra life! Woo! Get that triumphant music, that's how you know I passed. Could have almost gotten that bunch of bananas. Oh! Nope! I hate it when that happens. Because I'm just like, what happened? Oh! It's kind of like the power thirst sound, if anyone remembers that. Ow! Oh! Oh! I feel like Christopher Walken singing Poker Face by Lady Gaga. I want to hold them like they do in Texas Stage. Oh! Oh! Poker Face. I was able to do it that time. See if I can get that extra life. Give me all the bananas! Even if I don't get the extra life, I can still get the bananas. Yeah! It's interesting, but if DK does it, you can actually hear him chirping? It's making some sort of victory sound. Victory screech! Woo! Oh! Oh! I feel like I was so close. I could do this! Just this level and the next. And I think that's all I need to get the Funky Kong. And when you get the Funky Kong, you can get the Candy Kong. Because you see, Funky Kong is your wingman. Get it? Because he flies a plane. I think it's actually easier when there's only 2 crocs you have to worry about. Oh, at least I got all the bananas. No! Could have sworn I was going to be going to there. Oh! Yes. Okay. Thread the needle. I was about to say, it's the end of the level. I'm sure they're gonna throw something. What's in here? Now, is this actually part of the level, or is this just a bonus? Got the code! Okay. Misty Mines. What do we got? That's indeed misty. Can I get in there? No. Figured there was going to be some sort of trick. So now it's easier to see in this than it is in Polluted Pond or whatever that level was. Darn it. Double darn it. Dang it. This whops. Anybody gets that reference? I guess it's all the humidity. It's making the rope slippery. It's a bit like they wanted to throw you a bone. It's like, okay, these first two levels in this world are a bit intense. Why don't we throw you a bone and give you something a little easier? But this is still the last world, so we still want to challenge you. Ow. Maybe I'm just being a little too cocky. Dang, I'm trying to blow up the barrels, but I can't. Made it halfway at least. Can you leave me halfway? Right at the borderlines, where I'm gonna wait for you. I'll be looking out night and day. My heart to the limit, and this is where I stay. I can't go any further than this. I want you so bad, my only wish. Sorry, I guess I just got possessed by Fergie there. It's a really good song, for anybody that remembers the Black Eyed Peas. I think a lot of people remember the song they had when they got back together again. Because for a while, Fergie, the woman of the group, went off for her own solo career. And it's kind of interesting that her hit single was Big Girls Don't Cry, as if almost saying she feels a little sorry for having to leave, but whatever. I got to get a move on with my life. No! It's one of those things where, yes, this level is difficult, but it doesn't feel like it's unfairly difficult. I'm not going for the Ostro. Okay, now I need the barrel. All these armadillos. Wow, that really clears up the screen when the fog's gone. You really appreciate it. Here I thought I was going to have to jump upon a whole bunch of snakes to get through. Well, I still got a few more lives. I'm going to be cocky and keep going. Loopy lights. Ah, yes. This was the level I was getting mixed up with Blackout Basement. I mean, even when the lights are on, it's still so dim. But at least you can actually see the eyes this time. At least I got a 1 up. Very good. I know there's a trick to get the letters on the edge like that, but oh dear. Leap of faith. At least I got the halfway point. Oh no! Even with the lights on, you can't even see that guy. Okay, I'm sure there was a pit there, and I'm sure there's going to be some crumblings jumping around. How did I kill that? Did I pick up a barrel somewhere? Like, what? No, let's not do that. We're going to jump. No motion. Good. About to say, stationary eyes, what could that mean? I somehow knew there was a hole there. Oh! Dang it. Feel like I'm getting closer at least. In the immortal words of Marlon, good feelings gone. Dang, I get the feeling if I stomped on him, I would have gotten a 1 up. No! You hopping Kremling. I'm pretty sure that's just the same sound effect you get when Diddy Kong gets hit. Seriously, where does that barrel materialize? I'm not even seeing it. Just gonna go for it. Watch out for the zingers. It's kind of weird that even though the lights are off, where there are lights textured, you can actually see. Just like last time, it's the barrel. Queen Barrel. Talking about Sailor Moon before, see, it all connects. Aww. Something was gonna be a 1 up in there. And yeah, everybody has like a different phrase. 1 up, extra guy, whatever. I always call it a 1 up. Slippery platform. This is why I get all those extra lives. Got him. I was just about to say, should have saved that barrel. I'm sure I'm gonna lose it. least I remember this part, alright? Okay, I remember the barrel. Got him! Should be smooth sailing from here, I hope. Yes! Save! Can I help you, monkeys? Save your game? I don't know why. I envision her as a Southern Belle. Platform peril. Okay, they're the ones you can't jump on. This level, I remember, also being very annoying. But, well, now that I got the candy save point, perhaps I can actually do this alright. No. It's the armadillo. Feel like I got the time of that mixed up. Good. Give me the DK barrel. At least I got the armadillo. Ooh. It's just a slow, guttural sound. Like, if you just kind of modify that voice, you basically have Dr. Claw. So instead of going, oh, I'll get you next time, catch it. No, that sounds a bit more like Cherubian, actually. Did it again. I'll get you next time, catch it next time. How in the world Frank Welker is able to sustain that voice and still be able to talk at cons, I'll never understand. Did it again. Maybe third time will be the charm? Oh. Now, let's see if I can actually get past that one zinger without having to lose one of the cones. I had the right idea that time. If you want to break from the cycle, you gotta do something different. Of course, breaking from the cycle can also be a little difficult as well. Yes! Oh! Woo! I feel like I was almost halfway there doing the whole, like, roll back into the pit and then not again. Yes! 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 I feel like I'm doing my best to be determined. Razzle dazzle. That's not razzling. Okay. Still didn't make it to the section with both Kongs, but whatever. Excellent. Halfway there. I kind of thinking there's a section where one of those, like, unjumpable guys comes through. There we go. That's what you need the barrel for. Almost there. I hope. Woo! I just die now, or does it come back? Darn. Oh, so they do come back. Got the halfway point at least. I like that. I'm gonna carry this barrel with me just in case. Even if I am gonna lose it by jumping on the naughty. Not yet. There we go. No! Oh no! Well, that went about as bad as could be expected. It was like American Wallace and Gromit instead of being, well, that went about as well as to be expected. I'm just like, well, that went about as bad as I thought it would. Tag team. No! Give me Donkey Kong! No! I guess that works too. Okay. Genius level design. They teach you at the beginning you can't jump on the guys, so you have to resort to the barrels. And then they give you one that just realized that's going to be the gimmick of this next part. Oh, Zigger! It's got to be getting close to the end. No! I thought I jumped on him. Darn it. Well, this is basically the last world of the game. It makes sense that these levels would be very difficult. Just gotta keep in mind the arc. Oh, good. You gonna throw some at the end? Oh, I didn't even notice that. The little light sways back and forth. I like that. Alright, what do you got for me, Cranky? Have you brought back those bananas I loaned you? No! That's right. 4 shades of grey and a 2x2 character block. That's all we had. I can't play this game. The colors are all too rich for my poor eyes. I'm just playing on a black and white TV. Why, even the bananas have even more frames and colors than I have in my entire game. Look at this. As I rock, my beard swings. Waste of frames in my opinion. But the beard's not. Aye, that was when we had real games, that was. And this was developed with the latest state-of-the-art 3D work thingy, was it? A leap of faith is all it takes to find Winky and Barrel Cannon Canyon. Yeah, you've already said that. Find Candy and she can save your game for you. Yeah, that beard's not swaying. So long, suckers. Try not to hurt yourselves out there. Such an interesting I wouldn't think Cranky Kong would say something so hip like that. So long, suckers. Necky's Revenge. Bonk. Oh, come on! I did it! And I think it's on to the last level of the game, surprisingly. I don't think I'm gonna beat this on the first try, but let's find out. Plank Galleon. Oh! I was about to say, when does he start jumping? I guess Diddy's a little easier to maneuver. I'm saying it'd be a little weird to beat Donkey Kong Country without Donkey Kong. Alright, so that is Donkey Kong Country. Seems like they really had a lot of fun with the character credits here. The idea that everything begins at a K. Cracktopus, Critters, Crowgrammer, King K. Rool. The end? Question mark? What the... Oh dear. I knew that was coming, but I wanted to play it up for emphasis. Emphasis! Alright, let's see if I can at least make it to the second phase without losing one of the cones. Yeah. Bonk. I like how you can actually see the cake move a little bit. I like how you can actually see the ship kind of going up and down the waves. No! Maybe Diddy just has a smaller hitbox. I don't know. Well, true to my word, I didn't think I would get this on the first try. I was right. survived that one, alright. Now can I do it 2 more times? It's gonna wrap around, I know it. Ah! And I found it's easier with Diddy anyways. I like how he's got one of those giant bananas on the boat. Oh! Kinda lost my way there for a second. Let's try that again. It's the final boss. I got about 9 more tries. Might as well go for it. Well, I've got 10 more tries, I believe. So I guess that's a bit of a fun debate for all you gamers out there watching this. So, do you think when it comes to lives, 0 should be the last life? Or 1 should be the last life? I would say 0 myself. Just keep in phases. No! I've kind of lost the faith on this run, but well, sometimes it's when I don't think I can do it is when I do it. Also, who's firing all these cannons? This has just got like a whole army of Kremlins on the boat just to be safe. Jumping, I should just roll under them. Yeah, that makes things so much easier actually. Bonk. Keep forgetting which phase I'm in because it's just like, come on, I want to just get back to the cannons. And again. Proud. And then we'll do it 3 times. 2, 3. And go. Because if you jump on him while he's got the crown, it's gonna hit you tootsie something fierce. Oh, come on. I wasn't feeling that confident in that run anyways. Okay, let's try this again. At least I got this phase down alright. See, Donkey Kong's jamming out. But I had to jump over him again for some reason. That was a close one. Well, if I can make it through this, it'll probably be the best run I've had so far. What about the... Okay, good. You don't have to sit through the credits. So next one is the short jumps, right? Okay. Oh, I did it! done, Donkey, my boy. Would have thought a young whippersnapper like you could have beaten that bunch of no-good Kremlings. You've made an old man proud. Go and look in your hoard. I think you'll be in for a surprise. If I had been playing, I'd have found everything. I'm sure there must be some bonus rooms you haven't found. And there's the Kong Banana Horde. Cast of characters. The bad guys. Naughty. Necky. Army. Does that make sense? Zinger. Slipper. Manky Kong. Manky Kong, I like that. Mini Necky. The aquatic bad guys. Bite size. Croctopus. Yeah, I knew about that part. Chomps Jr. Chomps Senior. Just Chomps. Okay. Columbo. Squinch. The Kremlins. Critters. Clump. Crash, with a K of course. Claptrap. Huh, I don't think I've ever seen the purple ones this time. Rock. Crusher. The bosses. Very naughty. Master Necky. Queen Bee. Really naughty. Dumb Drum. Master Necky Senior. King K. Rool. The good guys. Ramby. Espresso, that was the name. Unguard. Winky. Weeby Winky. Squawks. The Kongs. Is it my turn yet? Funky Kong. Candy Kong. Surely it's me next. Cranky Kong. Diddy Kong. And don't forget, Donkey Kong. Thank you. Oh. Feels like something Will Vinton would do. And kick. I knew that was gonna happen. That's a pretty good animation. I did this using one life. And I took less than an hour. Now, was anybody actually done the Cranky Run? Chris Sutherland. I think he was the voice of Conker, actually. B-Gun, M. Wilson, Chris Stamper, Tilson, and Ridge. I know all these by first name, at least. S. Miles, Kim Stevens, A. Smith, C. Peel, N. Crook, David Wise, E. Fisher, and Beanland. I don't see that name in other rare projects. Richards, Stamper Jr., Richardson, additional testing, S. Hooper. But there's no Mario Club at this point. Maybe Dennis Osen as farmer support. Hardware, Peacocks. It's kind of fun saying it. Mr. Yamauchi. sense. I think he was the head of Nintendo at that point. Alias Nintendo Rare. Silicone Graphics. Shigeru Miyamoto. He was the one that came up with Donkey Kong design. Use Right Rare. Presented by Nintendo. So then, that is Donkey Kong Country. Maybe I'll go for the sequel, as I haven't. And I hope you've enjoyed my playthrough of it. Until next time, keep having fun.